My name is David Seeloff, and I was a patient here at Hospitalis Angeles in February of 2018. And shortly after I completed my 18 days stay here and with various treatments, about 2 weeks after I went back home, this large mass, which had returned after my operation, started shrinking. And then within a week, week and a half or so, it was down, eliminated to normal. And then we had a follow-up CT scan of my head and neck in the following July, and there was no mass of cancer, no cancer visible at all. Then we had another CT scan later in the year, in 2018, and again, no mass up here. I had a CT scan in another part of my body, in the abdominal and below, and again, no cancer mass. We didn't expect any, but because of other things going on in that area, they thought it would be best to do a CT scan. And so that was negative completely also. So as of the moment, February 2019, I came back for a booster program to eliminate free cancer that might be elsewhere in the body. And I thought it was important to do that for the follow-up, to get my own killer cells and other therapies that work with this in order to, continue my good progress. So I'm very happy with the results, and I would recommend it to anyone. And, they pick you up at the airport in San Diego, drive you across, bring you directly here, and they take you home in the same way. Everything is taken care of in that area, and it's very congenial. I don't know how else to describe it, but they do take care of all details. And I feel very safe. The city appears safe, from every indication that we have. We've gotten out a little bit, a few blocks around the hospital. There's plenty of space to walk within the hospital. So, for the 18 days, 18 days is 18 days in a hospital, but there's very little intrusive procedures that we had at all. So I'm totally pleased, and I would very much recommend and would use this as my first choice rather than having the operation that I had in Portland, Oregon, which removed half of the left side of my face, which they replaced with muscle and veins or arteries, I don't know, to reconnect everything. And now I have a permanent scar. If I'd have come here first, there's a good chance it would have been just this mass that they had taken out and not gone way up here. And back in Portland, they recommended radiation and chemotherapy, which would have done further damage to good and healthy parts of my head and neck. So if we would have known, we would have chosen this this therapy first than the operation in the United States. And from what we've heard and researched, many of the treatments, all the treatments that we have received here are in different testing phases in the United States. But you put it all together now, here, you have it here in Hospitalis Angeles. And, it's working for me, and it's worked probably for people over the past 30 years, as we've talked to. And I had a recommendation from a gentleman who had come down in the 1970s for treatment, not at Hospitalis Angeles, but at a different facility, which has now changed its name and can't quite understand, where it went. So everything worked for him, and on his recommendation and that of his son, We followed up, did our research, and followed up and ended up here. So I can only say thank you